doing a little gaming video, because I just want to ask the question, does anybody else think this is kind of like the only way we're going to have Xbox Live Arcade games available outside of the download, now the downloads are gone? Because I just want to show some Xbox arcade disc. Okay, you have this one here, and these are what's on it. Okay, now this one was bundled with a console at one point with this Sega Tennis. Wow, I got the name right for once. Took me long enough. Okay, you have that one. Then you have the Dreamcast collection, which is also re-released as arcade games, but there's no Sonic 2 on here, just Sonic 1. Sonic 2 is gone now. Then you have the Namco Museum, which has these games, and it has Xbox Live Arcade versions of the ones on the right here, plus 5 more. So that's the Namco one. Then you have the Capcom Digital Collection, which has these games. And these are arcade games from the Xbox 360. And then you have these two, which are the hardest to hunt down, which has these two games. And I did try Frogger because I'd never tried it before. Not my kind of game. But I tried it because I never really played it. Then you have these. And a fun fact, I never had Contra on my NES, but I did have Russian Attack on my Game Boy. I never beat it though. Alright. Then you have this one. This is a real classic because it has all this stuff and it has Trials, Limbo, and Explosion Man, but no Explosion, no Miss Explosion Man, or Captain Smiley, or Maul. And then you have Xbox Live or Arcade Unplugged, which has these games here: Bejeweled, Geometry Wars, Poker, and Backgammon. Um, and Outpost, I can't even Outpost Kaplitz or something. I can't pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Outpost something, but yeah. So like, now hold on. Let me go back to the other arcade one. Hold on. Just 1 minute. I just thought of something. Does this have Peggle on it? Okay, no, it doesn't have Peggle. It has Feeding Frenzy, Pac-Man, some kind of game, Uno, and Boom Boom Rocket. Okay. I could have sworn one of these discs had Peggle on it. Uh, I guess I was wrong. Yeah. Yeah, because none of them have Peggle. They just have, yeah, so. And the weird thing, the only way to play pole position is to have one of these Namco discs. Either this one for the 360 or the two for the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. But yeah, the only way like I said, the modern digital releases of Namco Museum do not include pole position anymore. I guess it's because of the Formula One licensing. So that's like a lost media game now. Like I said, the Capcom collection has this stuff. Um, well, it says, well, you can play a version of Street Fighter 2 if you have this. Or if you have the Capcom collection for original Xbox, or the Street Fighter Anniversary collection, which has that cool little mini movie. At least you can play some version of Contra. It's not the NES version, it's a different version. And you get, oh, this is, you get Castlevania Symphony of Night on this disc, and Frogger and Super C. Um, but yeah, I'm just making this little one because I'm just kind of wanting something to help mine off a housing mess, just for a minute. The lease is up tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I called multiple politicians, 2 lawyers, everybody. Like I said, I put a video about the problem at the other channel. It told me they were reason they were getting kicked out. It's because they have maintenance complaints and the staff doesn't want to do what they're paid to do. The staff here doesn't want to earn their paychecks. So they want to kick out the people that want maintenance done. Because like I said, they didn't threaten me with a non-niche for newer until the air condition broke. And that's when they did it. It's always your social media. No, it's not. There's nothing I've done in my social media other than call out the manager of her biased behavior towards mental illness. Like I said, the whole floor below me is empty. There were 6 guys living down there, 6 mentally ill guys that are no longer here because they did them the same way they did me, because the manager doesn't like mentally ill people. That is clearly discrimination, a hate crime, whatever you want to call it. And I can't get anybody from my lawyer's perspective or anybody really give me any answers. I shouldn't be denied another lease when all my disabilities were disclosed when I moved in. Those other guys shouldn't have been denied them either. Just because the manager doesn't want to work around mentally ill people, well, then she needs to go find another fucking job. I'll tell you this building's gone through 2 maintenance men, and the first one left because of the manager's OCD behavior. Is it right that they're needing to do this? I think the feds should do something, but they don't give a shit. That much is obvious. As many of them as I've talked to, they don't care. Maybe they'll care if I stop. Maybe I care if I get enough people to stop voting for their goddamn ass. Like you said, we don't need Mandami's running the place either. Mandami, we don't need people like him running the place either. We need basic human rights met by being alive, paying your rent, and not trashing the place. And those guys that were kicked out, they didn't trash their place either. But that was the reason they were kicking us out, because of the bad actors that were here, the ones that were shooting guns holes through the wall and doing bad actor things. They're kicking all the mentally ill out because of the few bad apples. Because they don't want to deal with it. I mean, yeah, the AC broke, but that's not my fault because it's a crappy, cheap AC. You turn it below, what is it, 72, the darn thing breaks. Not my fault. The recommended temperature for an asthmatic is 68 to 72. So why do they put in crappy AC units that break if you turn them below 72? That's not my fault they cut those corners. That's not my doing. When the clear temperature, for an asthmatic, and this is medically documented, between 68 and 72. And they want us to keep it at 74 or 75 because they put cheap crap in this building. I'm sick of all this cheap construction. I think if they are caught cutting corners, I mean, like when they're caught when the building's up, the building's uninhabitable. It's not suited to be lived in. I think anybody that does that should have their license terminated. Anybody that cuts corner building housing, anybody that does the cheap crap and makes the building unlivable, their license in the field should be canceled. That's what I think they ought to do. It's a waste of money to build something nobody can live in. And anybody's doing that, they should have their license canceled. Look how rich they are. Their license should be terminated because they're wasting money, wasting land, and wasting time. And if you're a construction guy and you're doing that shit, I think your license should be canceled and you should no longer be allowed to participate in the field. Whether you're an architect or you're the guy on the ground, if you're doing that crap, you should be banned from the profession. Same thing with game designers. If you're doing the wrong thing, you deserve to be fired. And the guys that design the new Halo, they don't deserve jobs in the first place. Them and their woke ideology. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I know Microsoft's a big company. Their computer programs are iffy at best. But I think they should just cancel Halo. Just let it die. It was supposed to only be 3 games anyway. Same thing with Gears of War. Let it die. Make a new series. I mean, they've gone this long without Fable. They need new series. These characters, these universes, they're just not done right anymore. 343 should be all put in the unemployment behind. The coalition, the same thing. Send them all packing. Because nobody wants their pro lesbian fantasies in their darn video games. And I'm not saying anything against lesbians. I'm just saying that straight men shouldn't put their lesbian domination girl boss fantasies in the video games that are meant to be for the public. Keep your perversion in your damn head, okay? Nobody wants to see your perversion, you sick freaks.